Hello and welcome back to another episode of Driving Britain. Today we are in Abbots Bromley. Those of you who keep up with our channel probably will recognise where we are, because we've been filming one of the relaxing videos. It did take us quite a while to be able to find somewhere where we could film properly, where we could get a decent view of the reservoir and not just focus on the sun. But we think that we got something decent for you. You'll know by now whether it was or not, because you probably would have watched it. If you haven't, you should. It's bound to be good. We're heading towards Uttoxeter. We're not going to go into Uttoxeter, but we're going towards it. Those of you who have been keeping up to date with our videos, you will know that we've just done a big bonanza of uploading a load of shorts, because it's something that we've been going to do for a long time and we've just never got around to it. So we bit the bullet and got them all done and got them onto YouTube for you. Hopefully you've been watching them and enjoying them. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. If you haven't yet seen them, then you should have a look. There's some quite good ones there, especially the videos where we decided to zoom in to some pretty disgusting stuff. We used an electric microscope to zoom into a cut, a nail, a tin of spam. That was really gross, and just some other bits. It's all worth watching. There's also a couple of other bits on there, some footage from racing where other public cars decided to come onto the road, pull down the barriers so they can get through, things like that. You see us suddenly drop off speed as we realise that we've got oncoming cars. We ended up making sure that we just stayed on our side of the road for the entire route, because it happened quite a lot. You might well get dazzled by the sun from time to time, because it is quite a low sun now, because it's getting towards autumn in the UK. Getting the low winter sun, the dark nights and the chilly days as well. I think we've dropped down to about 14 today, 14 Celsius. I think we was just recognised by the bus driver then, because you saw his face expression slowly change as he got closer and closer. You saw it just changing. If I remember, I'll get the editor to zoom into that bit and give you a quick preview in case you missed it. Might be best you just flick back a few seconds and have a look. We do get recognised quite a lot, especially if we've got the cameras outside the car, because then people look because they see something different, and then they start to look who's driving or who's the passenger. Never usually quite as funny as that though. I think that this might be Ashbrook. And I'm saying that because Google tells me that it's Ashbrook Road, Ashbrook Lane. So I'm guessing, but it makes sense. The name of the cottage on the left is Saxon Cottage, and I've got a feeling it probably is as well. Oh, thank you. Nice echoey noise off the houses there. It's tempting to put my foot down a bit to make the most of it, but it's too nice a place to go racing through. Racing's good in its proper place. That's quite a nice looking place, isn't it? Anybody watching that lives around here or used to live around here? That's a picture. We've got to go left, but on the brow of the hill just disappearing in front of us, you could just see the horizon disappearing. Looked like you was going to get a really nice view over in the distance, but we've had to turn off before we've got to it. These speed restriction areas are useful because it forces everybody to slow down, but some of them can be quite dangerous. I was filming in, I think it was North Wales the other day, and we came up to one and there was no notice before or anything, we just came up to it, and the oncoming cars looked just as surprised to realise that there's a bollard in the middle of the road, and it was quite tight. We've added a lot of extra videos to the channel lately. We've dropped about 40 different videos on, including the shorts, in the past week. A massive amount. And there's still a lot more to come as well. We know that people watch these videos because they like to look around the places and they're relaxing. But we know that people also, at the end of the day, sleep time, like properly relaxing things, just a nice peaceful view with some nice relaxing music. So we have some of those videos as well. In fact, that's what we've been doing earlier today. That's the location that, if you've already seen some of those videos, you'll probably just recognise the location, because I think that they'll probably get uploaded before you get to listen to this. Watch this one. A bit of a tight corner. But yeah, we've got the videos where we've been zooming into stuff, some gross stuff as well as some just different things. It's not all gross. A lot of it is, because it's funnier, especially if you then forward it off to your friends and they don't really know what it is they're about to see. That's quite funny. We've also obviously got this type of video, the standard driving video that's been on the channel from the beginning. We have uploaded, at the moment it's just a one-off, a video of funny clips. It's only short, it's only a few minutes long, but just to see what you all think of it. And that is where we need your help actually, because as you know, because I'm sure that you're the same as me and everybody else, the only time when you really add a comment about a video is if you'd not liked something about it. If somebody sees something really good on a video or just likes the way that something was done on it or the location, it's not very often when they will then make the effort, I guess, to go into the comment section and list down to us saying, oh, we really enjoyed that video, I really liked, and then say what part. Usually if somebody doesn't like something, then they'll go on and say about how bad it was and all the reasons why and what they would have done different, and that's fine, we don't mind. It's just that we try to make the videos as enjoyable for you as possible. So yeah, it helps to know what bits you don't like, but the really useful thing is to know which bits you do like. Yeah, we've mentioned this to you on a few different videos. We need you to put into the comment section what parts of the videos you like, because then we can steer the videos into being more like that. And also, if there's a video that you've watched or a certain type of video, even if you're not watching that type of video at the time, we read all of the comments, add it to the comments saying this is a great video or this is a horrible video, but I did really like, and then say which video and say why. At the end of the day, this whole channel is about you, it's for you. We create the videos for your enjoyment. We don't ask anything in return, we just give them to you. I'm sure you recognise that they're not cheap and they're not easy to make. Fuel's nearly £10 a gallon in the UK at the moment. So it's quite a lot to get these videos to you. So if we're all going to go through the effort of making the videos, you're going to go through watching the videos, that's a bit impressive, isn't it? Then we should all at least make sure that we're getting exactly what it is that we want, because we want to make videos that you really like. That's why we do it. We like watching this sort of stuff, and sometimes we think, oh yeah, I didn't like this, that or the other about somebody else's video, and so we try to purposely steer away from doing that in our own videos. We try to make videos in the style that we think that we want to watch them, well, that we do watch them. But what we like and what you like might be different. The other thing that I have noticed quite recently, especially over the last week, is we've got viewers from all around the world. There's 30 odd different countries that you're watching our videos from, maybe more. There's quite a lot. But I've noticed recently that there's spikes in Russia, Germany, the US, and one or two South American countries, including Brazil. And we're not really sure why. It's got us a bit intrigued. So if you're from those countries, or any of the other countries, if you're watching this in a country that's not the UK, then this applies to you. How come you started watching these videos? Obviously we think, oh, you want to watch them because they're great, but what I mean is our videos don't usually easily get shown to other countries. We said this in an early video, something with the title of do you want to change the world, or something like that, because what it comes down to is English videos get advertised to English audiences, Russian videos to Russian audiences, American to American, and so on. And it's usually because of taste and the language barrier, just the same as on your normal TV channels. You know, the programs that you get on your TV aren't the same as what we get on our TV, and vice versa. Or YouTube follow the same pattern. So for people in other countries to come across our videos, it takes a lot for that to happen. So we're intrigued as to how you come across the video, and what is it about the videos that's made you want to start watching them. Because what we are aware of is that all of our different countries, we have different tastes, don't we? In the UK, we made a comedy show called The Office, and it was really successful in the UK. And the writers, producers wanted to send it off to the US. But for an American audience, it had to be completely remade. It was basically just a comedy that had the same title near enough. Similar format, but it was almost completely different. And that's just because American taste, humour and so on is slightly different to ours. And the same the other way around, other than with odd exception like the series of Friends and things like that. Generally, American programs get almost remade for UK audience. Well, this is the day of the dodgy junction, isn't it? Yeah, so it means that You know, quite a lot usually happens for TV programs to make it across the ocean to other countries. So for YouTube videos to cross the boundaries, it takes a huge amount. And that's because YouTube assume that people won't want to watch other people's videos, which we all know just isn't true. We watch all of your videos, well, we try to, and vice versa, but it takes a lot for us to actually find them, let alone, you know, find a channel where you've got a big group of videos for us to watch and stuff. I am making a route up a bit as I go, but I noticed that there was a average speed camera if I turn left, and I really don't want to get caught with one of those. I'm not intending to speed, but average speed cameras where they measure the time it takes you to get from one point to another, and they use that to work out whether you're going above the speed limit or not. They're just annoying. So yeah, all of you in other countries, let us know in the comment section where you come across our videos, how come you started watching them, and what is it that you like about them. Because if we have all got different tastes, see if the TV companies are right, YouTube are right, then how come we're watching your videos and you're watching ours? Apart from anything, this is a driving tour. Now, okay, we're speaking English. I know that you probably have trouble understanding what I'm saying. I speak quite fast, and we've been doing a lot of filming in the Midlands, which means that we end up picking up the accents and stuff, which makes things even more difficult for you to understand what we're saying. But English is, luckily for us, a very universal language that a lot of countries around the world understand, which is just as well, because we're nowhere near as bi or however many languages you speak as most other countries. You know, whenever you speak to Germans, they tend to speak 2 to 3 different languages. French, Spanish, you get it right across the board, whereas in the UK, other languages aren't pushed as much at school. You do, yeah, we study French, we study Spanish and German, but in the average school, they're not really pushed that much. If you don't do particularly well, then they're not going to group around you to get you through a difficult patch to make sure that you definitely pick up the language and you can succeed. They'll just put you into a lower group and just keep teaching until they end up with the top 4 or 5 students that they think might actually benefit from it. Most people in the UK that fluently speak more than one language learn it after school, or learn it because they go off to another country and spend some time there. Quite a few people, if you want to learn, say, Spanish, you might go and stay in Spain for a month or so to purposely pick up the language. So yeah, we're really lucky we get to make videos in a language that a lot of the world understands. But even so, it's hard for us to grasp that there's somebody sitting in Brazil listening to us talk, watching us drive around little English roads, or somebody in the US watching one of our relaxing videos, or watching us drive around North Wales. Somebody in Australia watching us drive around a little village in the middle of Staffordshire that they recognised from 50 years ago or 30 years ago. It's a really bizarre thing to grasp from our end of it. Yeah, for you just see a video, you think, oh, that looks quite good, I'll watch that, and at the end of it you think, oh yeah, that was really good, or you don't. But for us, you know, we start seeing that we've got viewers in 30 odd countries around the world, and we see thousands of hours of view time. So we know that people are not just watching our videos, but are really enthusiastic about them and watching a lot of them, and for a long time. That's a really weird thing to get your head around. Now, a lot of the people involved with the Driving Britain videos and all the recordings, We've all worked on stuff before where it may well have been seen in quite a lot of other countries and things like that, but this is us making it, doing it ourselves. We're not doing it with a big organisation or anything like that, and that's where things become a little bit different, a little bit more weird. Alrewas left. Okay, I'm going to try to cut through towards Alrewas. Was that this left or further down there? I may well have just gone past the turning. Alrewas is where the Arboretum, the military Arboretum, Remembrance Arboretum is based, so people might recognise the name from that. But it's also quite a nice place, but I've just gone past the turning for it. I am going to try and find a different way around to it though. What we are going to have to do that, probably pull over, because we want to bring it up on the maps, but we're not going to be able to do that very easily because we've got no phone reception. I think it's going to be easier if I try to turn around and take that turning back there. So what have everybody been watching over the past few weeks? What types of videos have you been enjoying? What's popular in your country? Okay, we have phone reception and we can pick the route back up. Yeah, what's popular in your country? At the moment in the UK, the internet, YouTube seems to be going through a fad of how-to videos again. Taking apart an old mobile phone and making a torch out of it and things like that. They were big a while ago, but then they disappeared, but for some reason they've all come back again. Apologies if you're one of the people that make those videos. A lot of the stuff that they show on them is quite clever, but it's not the sort of thing that I think that anybody would generally do. Not unless you was that way inclined anyway. We're just heading towards autumn and winter in the UK. So we've got the short days, pretty cold days, more like spring at the moment though. Pretty cold days, low sun, and the winter's drawing in quite quick. Now, at least half of the countries that are watching this, you've got the exact opposite happening right now, I guess, haven't you? You're getting those nice spring days, although somewhere, Australia or somewhere, didn't you have snow yesterday? But you're getting nice spring days, most of you. You're getting the first glimpses of what summer might be like. I'm definitely a solar powered person. I much prefer going out and moving around and doing stuff when it's sunny. But it is quite a nice village, but I hadn't really intended on taking 2 trips through it. Give way to them, but I need to watch. Those cars aren't very forgiving on the oncoming cars, are they? It's quite nice, isn't it? It would be good if YouTube had a similar sort of thing to, say, Twitter, where you can upload a picture of where you live, not your house or anything, just, you know, the type of area that you live in. So when you go to add something to the comment section, if you could add media to it, you know, just a picture or something. Although if you do want to send us pictures of where you live, what your weather is like now, then we have got a Twitter account as well, which we do use quite frequently. We do put updates and stuff on there. It's listed on Twitter as DrivingBritain. You'll see the same logo. You should go on there and add a picture of your location, what the houses are like around by where you live. Are there little cottages like that? Are there small tin places halfway up the Andes? Which, to be honest, if I lived halfway up the Andes, a piece of tin is about the most that I think I would probably carry up there. Although in the UK, if we started to clad the walls with metal, I think that they'll rust a bit quick. We have very quick changeable weather. Big gym sign on the side of that barn. It's not where you'd really expect to see a gym at the side of a farm, stuck in a barn, but that's how it looked. It is also quite windy today, so I'm not sure how you're doing with sound. Although half of the noise from the wind gushing around is coming off the cameras on the outside. Now I think that this is going to take us back into Kings Bromley, isn't it? Which is pretty much where we started. So I think that the title of this video is going to be Kings Bromley, or Abbots Bromley and Alrewas. When I've come through to where I was before. So I think we did some filming here a long while ago. And I think we came from the A38 end. And I think that would have put us on the other side by, is it Fox Lane and the canal? Looks like we're going over the canal now. We need to head in a little while towards I think I'm going to head towards the Scott Arms, because we do need to hook up onto the M6 and I don't want to join any further down because it's 5 o'clock, 5:15 in the evening. And anybody from the UK that knows anything about the M6, they know that peak time on the M6, that's not really a place you want to be, because it becomes a very big car park. Now, is it Fox Lane that's coming up on the right, or have I just passed it? Something similar to that, because I know that takes me back up to the 38. I know it probably leads down to the 38 from here. But if I remember, when I went past it before, there was a service road leading on the inside by where I think years ago there used to be a military place. Here we are. Yeah, you got the service road, and that's going to put me on the wrong direction on the A38. But yeah, years ago, I'm sure that there used to be a big military place on the 38, Leasley's I think it was called, and a petrol station up on this corner from the same company. So I remembered about the little service road. I know that if I go down here, then I can get back onto the 38 the right direction. We're actually heading off towards Shrewsbury, but we need to take a couple of diverts along the route. And one of them is going to be going by the Scott Arms. So have you been watching our shorts? No, not our ones with our little legs sticking out of them. The huge amount of short videos that we've uploaded. Now a lot of them went wild quite quickly. But what we don't know yet is whether it's you, our regular viewer, that's been watching them, or did he just get picked up from the YouTube shorts. As far as I remember, Alrewas is one of the older places in England. But it looks like a lot of it's been, I would say updated, but I'm not sure that's the right word. a lot of the old original buildings have been pulled down and new stuff put in their place. And having taken a divert, we need to make sure that we take the right turning. Yeah, I was right. You can't get on or off the 38 in one direction, and the same this way around. I knew I remembered something about it. Right, yeah, there's been roadworks on the 38 when we've come down here before a month or two ago, and the roadworks are around by Lichfield for the HS2 main train line that the government have kind of imposed on everybody. But that sign makes me think that the roadworks have perhaps moved down a bit. They're now a bit further this way. Anybody in the UK that's watching, have you got construction going on for the HS2 as well? What areas are they building in? I know where they're supposed to be building, but that doesn't mean to say that they're actually doing anything there. I'm sure that they've already cut the end off where they claimed that it was originally going to go anyway. So it'd be interesting to know, anybody living in the UK listening to this that's anywhere near the HS2 route, have you seen any construction working? Have they been digging up places? Or is it just planned to come by you, but they've just not actually got that far? They've done the forced buy of land and things like that, but they've not actually done the building in a few areas. But how widespread that is, I'm not sure. This evening we're heading off, like I said earlier, to Shrewsbury, because tomorrow, which is a bit weather dependent, we are going to be trying to do some filming again in North Wales. For one of the relaxing videos that we're going to be doing, we're filming for that. I think it's Rydale Waterfall, where we was intended to go. I think it's Rydale, something like that. Not too far out of Shrewsbury, heading towards, well, I guess Barmouth direction. Anybody know the proper name, but add it to the comment section, please. They're doing a lot of construction here for the HS2. Yeah, it makes it look like there's going to be an actual stop here. We're not that far out of Lichfield, which is probably why there's a stop going in here. But I'm not sure how many people are really going to be taking advantage of the HS2 when it is finally built. I don't know if it's because, I don't know if they're building it because they want to try and get people from London to be able to travel north a bit easier, or if they're trying to entice people from the north down to London. But London's got a lot of driving and parking restrictions. You have to pay to get into London area if you're driving. Very high costs for parking, things like that. So a lot of people from outside of London, unless they've got a specific reason to go into the centre, they're just not going to. So I'm not sure that people are going to, unless it's for work, but I'm on about, you know, everybody else. So I'm not sure there's going to be that many people, tourist-wise at least, using it to get into London. Which means that maybe they're thinking that it will encourage people to go from London to other UK cities to try to promote those and make them a bit busier for tourism and so on. But I'm not really sure that that works either, because if you wanted to see, say, Manchester or Birmingham, you would just fly into those cities. You wouldn't fly to London then get a train north to Birmingham. You would just land at Birmingham Airport. Maybe I'm missing the point. If you're intending to use the new HS2, let us know in the comment section why you think it's a good idea. If you're not intending to use it, let us know why you think it's a bad idea. Me, I'm indifferent. I don't think it's going to really apply to me too much, to be quite honest. I think it's bad, the government taking down a lot of very old buildings and pushing people out of places where they've either lived or worked for a long, long time to forcibly stick a train line in there. I think that's quite bad. And also I think it's very, very bad that the billions of pounds that the HS2 is going to be costing should be taken out of public funds when it's going to be owned by private companies. I really don't understand why the public are paying for a private venture. If the public funds were going towards building the HS2 and then it was run by the government and the country made the money from it, then I could understand that. But why would the public build something for a private organisation to then own and take all the profits from? I don't understand why that would be agreed to. Yeah, that just makes me think that there's a lot of politicians with very full pockets, not that somebody's made a decision that's going to benefit the country. But I don't know enough about it to really kind of know one way or the other. If you know more, add it to the comment section. So I'm pretty intrigued as to why the public are being asked to pay for it. I'm going to actually stick to the left lane here. I think we're going to go quicker, and I think we're at the end of the A38, aren't we? Right, I hope you've enjoyed this a little bit unusual recording. We've been out doing other filming. We thought we'd make an extra video on the way back. We've not done a driving video for a few days, and because we've been uploading so many other shorts, it means that you've kind of got a big string of those on the most recent videos on our channel at the moment. So we know that we needed to add some more of these for you. We've got quite a lot that are already recorded and that are currently being edited. It's just that they're just bigger videos. There's a lot more that needs to be done to get them to you. So this is kind of a pit stop one. But I hope that you've enjoyed the video, and hope that you have a look through all the ones that we've been uploading recently. Thank you for watching.